I have a second channel, Cube Comp MTDX.
Hey everybody. Now, while the year 2020 has brought us some pretty cool stuff as far as technology goes, of course, we got a lot of new releases from Intel and AMD and NVIDIA and AMD graphics, among other stuff, technology-wise. But getting that stuff, in some cases, proved to be difficult. Like, for example, back in the summer of 2020, one of my regulars, they needed a desktop computer built, and it was the customer that had been getting systems rebuilt with AMD Ryzen 3 and 5 APU based setups, and so I built them a system last year. And I think at the time, the cost of the hardware wasn't too ridiculously high. But for example, another example would be the Black Max on my parents' computer. Back in the spring, I planned on upgrading it to Ryzen 5. Thanks to a donation from one of my regular viewers, I had a lot of stuff on hand ready to do the upgrade, but I was wanting a certain motherboard to go in that system. Now, I had a really nice X570 board, but I don't think it would have been right to use that board in a system that is primarily used for solitaire and web browsing. Given the processor was a Ryzen 5 2400G, I would rather have saved that X570 board for something better. So I wanted to get myself an ASRock B450 Pro 4 motherboard, full-size ATX motherboard. And as soon as COVID hit, motherboards, it was getting harder and harder to find them in stock on Newegg and sites like that. Everything was on back order. Everything was out of stock. Everything was on back order, or at least a lot of stuff was. And it just seemed like this is waiting and waiting. Finally, by I think it was late summer last year, motherboards started to get replenished. At least the stock did a little bit, and I was able to pick up that ASRock B450 Pro 4 motherboard and complete the upgrade for the Black Max. But you have to think about it. That motherboard in particular was not a real high-end board. It was like a low to mid-range motherboard, B450. So I would say there wasn't quite as much demand for that one as, let's say, top-end stuff. I mean, for example, if you'd have asked me 10 years ago, in the year 2020, we'd have to worry about shortages and stuff, I'd be like, you're crazy. But we had shortages, and it wasn't just because of the pandemic, but the stuff that was being made and sold didn't exactly go to gamers and PC builders. It went to what's called scalpers. More or less, people who would just buy up the stuff, just buy it up. Usually it was their computers that were adding the stuff to the cart and ordering quicker than the site could really even process it. I mean, they would just buy it up real quickly and causing this stuff to be out of stock. And what they would do is they would hoard all that stuff and list it up on eBay for exorbitantly high prices. For example, I got over here, it's a printout. Now, this is not from this year, but this is back in 2018. Now, of course, we weren't dealing with nearly the shortages that we've dealt with this past year. But, for example, we got a AMD Ryzen 7 1700X processor with an eBay auction. Well, I buy it now, actually, with the price of $999.99. Yeah. Now, for those who remember when the shutdown started to happen, it was getting hard to find essential items like hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and things like that in the store. Well, part of the problem was, well, one, certain people were just buying up everything either to hoard for themselves, or number two, there were certain people that were just buying up everything so that way they could take it home and list it on eBay for $100 for like a 12 pack of toilet paper. I mean, I think I did a video about this in the beginning last year when things started shutting down. I did a video about this actually. The same thing is kind of happening with high-end PC hardware. More or less, these scalpers are buying up this stuff left and right. As soon as it gets on the market, as soon as it gets in stock, they buy it up all of it, buy it up. They hoard it and then they list it on the internet on like eBay. They list it on eBay as an auction. Just see how much money they can make. And also, let's not forget, Nvidia, for example, with some of their new GPUs, at least one model, I forget the exact model it is, but I was reading online about this. They are having Nvidia has or they will be incorporating into the driver software measures that will make the GPU less desirable for crypto mining. That's because the miners are buying up these cards left and right, and the gamers when they want this nice GPU, it's like out of stock, can't get it, or the price of it is super high, either because of demand or because the remaining cards got bought by scalpers and are being listed on eBay for sky high prices. And it's just crazy the way. It's just crazy what's going on with computer hardware. It's like right now. I'd say right now it's a bit more expensive to be building a computer, because of course the shortage of supply and demand, and also because of those who are those who are buying up the stuff that's in stock so that way they can make a big buck off of it. It's crazy. So yeah, what do you guys think? Feel free to leave a comment. Fair to post this little video. I want to see what you guys thought about this. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that's it for this video. But don't forget, there's a lot more interesting stuff on the channel to check out. Also, if this is your first time visiting this channel, feel free to subscribe to Computer Channel. And also, don't forget to tick the bell so that way you'll get notified of new video posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But if you really didn't like it, there is the alternative option available as well. Also, feel free to check out my second channel, CubeComp MTDX. There you'll find videos about bicycling, weather, elevator tours, and all sorts of other neat, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to come back, and thank you for your support.